and welcome to the February 27th trade deadline edition of Canucks Corner.
How y'all doing, folks?
As usual, we have Michael Zally on my right. Mike, good to have you here again. And Randy on my left.
Hey.
Good to see you, sir.
Hey, Mike, nice to see you.
Oh, boy, what a day. Wow.
Just as you thought the trade deadline couldn't get any dumber, you go and do this.
And totally redeem yourself, kinda.
Let's start the show up here. I got a text here from Travis Eek.
Perfect.
It says,
Really
Taylor,
good.
your tie is gay.
Yeah, Travis, get a life.
Okay.
Thank.
Whoa, man, come on.
It's my one. Sorry, I'm off the bad start already with the bad
Okay, start up, Taylor. We had one major trade today with the Canucks, but two, I guess you could say the other one was major as well. Taylor, let's get into it.
All right, so first of all, we'll start off. We got Erickson from our boys for Gordon from Anaheim. First thoughts?
Andrew Gordon?
So that's kind of a minor league deal.
Yeah.
Nothing too serious.
Nothing to make of it.
There's nothing really for me to say about that one. You know,
I don't even know if Gordon will get much of a shot on the Canucks team.
No, with the amount of forwards they have up now, it's going to be tough. So
Yeah, I mean Erickson was really. He just
I didn't even hear of him before this happened, to be honest.
that's not Anders Eriksson or whatever, is it?
No.
No.
Okay.
Anyways,
go ahead.
Next.
And up next, we got two fourth rounders in Ellington for Paulson. Now that one, I think.
Or we gave away two fourth rounds.
Yeah, we gave away we acquired Paulson from Columbus.
Yeah. Well, Paulson, you know, he's a 6 foot,
Yeah,
200 pounds.
he's a big boy.
He's a good shutdown centerman and penalty killer.
He shut down the Sedins and a lot of the Canucks players in 2007.
When he
Yeah.
won the cup.
He was a Selke finalist, and he was one of the main reasons why they won that coveted Lower Stanley.
And he also won the gold medal with the Sedins in 2006.
Oh, was it 6? Oh, was it 7?
And important fact I actually recorded today on my TV with my app. Like I recorded to get his voice.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry, I'll just tell you about it.
Okay.
Basically, he was saying that his summer home is only a few blocks away from Daniels.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a fun fact. That's a little tidbit.
It's a fun fact. Oh no, what did Travis have to say about that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Inappropriate for the show.
Yeah.
Travis, eat me.
He was just bashing us. He said not to use his full name ever again.
Yeah.
And he wants us to talk about the Red Wings.
Oh god.
Oh, speaking of the Red Wings, the Red Wings were coveting Sammy Paulson, and the Canucks took it away just like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Swiped it.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the biggest news of the day, I think probably the most shocking. I don't think any of us saw it even coming. But we lost our beloved Hodgson and Salter for Gregnini and Zach Cassian. And I mean, it's kind of a bittersweet trade. I think we could all agree.
You know,
Hodgson was obviously a great kid. Up for Rookie of the Year, tons of medals under his belt. He had a lot going for him. But I think we could all agree he really wasn't going anywhere. So, good or bad?
Mike, go ahead.
well, I'll tell you first of all, I was straight choked when Randy texted me and told me about this trade.
Yeah, Mike found out about all the trades from courtesy of Canucks Corner.
Yeah. TSN was too slow, same as Sportsnet.
We beat TSN on one of the tweets by like 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're really slow.
We did.
That's why we're the #1 rated trading deadline show
And when you Google us, we're number 4 on the list. That's
on
why.
Google.
Go ahead, Mike.
Anyways, what were we talking about? Hodgson, yeah. I loved Hodgson. I loved him ever since we drafted him. I was always rooting for him. He was awesome in the World Juniors. And the problem with him, though, is that he's centerman. And with Kessler and Henrik Sedin ahead of him, there's not much room for him to work his way up in the Canucks organization. And he's not going to fit that third line role forever, you know?
Because Hank and Cass they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
No, I completely agree. I was listening today, Mike Gillis, on his the Raw after trade deadline talk. He was basically saying that the Canucks have 6 or 7 centermen in the system. You got Hank, Kessler, Malhotra, Lapierre, Jordan Schrader, Steven Reinprecht, and all these guys. And I mean, I really loved Hodgson. I loved what he was doing. He's a great guy, great stakes.
He's a great player.
But we won't see him tonight.
No, but we will see him this weekend.
On Saturday night.
Saturday night, the Sabres visit Vancouver.
Yeah.
I think
Tyler Myers and the boys, but
it's going to be a good game.
And Tyler Myers will be probably sweaty.
Yep.
And
So,
what are your thoughts on Zach Cassian? Big kid. What is he? 6'3", 214? 6'4",
230 pounds.
That's pretty small.
There you go. So, I mean, obviously, people like Beacon don't have enough grit, aren't physical enough on the ice, too many Europes.
Well, yeah,
I think personally it's really gotten to Mike Gillis. Mike Gillis always talked about it's fine, we're tough enough, but today, like I said when we were watching that, I've never seen this side of Mike Gillis. He was basically saying, he was admitting that they weren't tough enough.
They needed.
He was basically admitting that they weren't good enough to beat some of these teams. That's kind of what it seemed like, and
or not good enough, but not big enough.
Not big enough, I guess. Yeah, that's the correct
Aggressive
word.
enough, yeah.
But so it was kind of shocking to see that. But you know what? I like this Zach Cassian kid. He's got a mean streak to him. You know, he's not afraid to take a couple 20-game suspensions, which maybe it's like a Rafi Torres. This is one thing I was saying to Norm Hool, if you're listening, Norman, today on the phone, is that it's really hard to find a guy who's tough, strong, and can play. You know, you can go ahead and get guys like Paul Gostad, you can get Rafi Torres, all these guys, but they're third liners at best.
You know, it's like finding a girl that's good looking, not insane, and single.
Impossible.
It's impossible.
It's very tough.
Except in all three of our cases. Just for ladies.
Yeah.
It's very tough to find. But anyways, you know, so I don't know. I like the trade. We'll see what happens though.
Do you think Zach Cassian is going to give us that that extra grit just to push us over this plateau we've been stuck on? Do you think he's going to win us Game 7?
He's not going to score the cup-winning goal.
Yeah.
But the TSN guys, they're kind of douches, but they kept comparing it to Milan Lucic, which is
He's good, but
he
Lucic
sucks to play against, but he's a good guy to have in your team.
I don't think he has a hump though.
No,
Like Lucic has.
this guy's not a hunchback, so that's good.
He doesn't have a 109-mile-an-hour friggin' slap shot, whatever the hell he did.
That was Charlie. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
Okay.
A couple of giants. Sorry. High five.
And I also heard him compared to Bertuzzi, which we know well.
Wasn't that his favorite? Who was?
I think he was his idol growing up was Todd Bertuzzi, and you know what? Todd Bertuzzi is one of my heroes, and I think I'm going to make a prediction here is that when Bertuzzi came to the Canucks, he wasn't really known. He was kind of just a big body, not much of a scorer. You know, maybe Cassian will get that chance maybe with Sedins one day. Maybe he'll turn into a Bertuzzi type player.
Alright, so 6'3", 214.
I want to get quickly, guys, into the cap hit situation because this also contributes to the deal and why maybe Mike Gillis did this.
Right.
So basically, Zach Cassian has 2 more years left after this at $870,000. So even if he's playing like a strong third-line player, hitting, bruising guys, that's pretty good for its value.
Yeah.
And the difference is Hodgson's getting paid 1.6666 repeater Pythagoras. And
Mr. Grumman, tell you that.
yeah, and basically he's only got one more year left. And the way Hodgson's been playing, you know, maybe
he's going to want
he's going to want 3 or 4 million. And you think the Canucks can pay that for a third line center? Probably not.
Yeah.
And other cap situations, Sammy Paulson 2.6, but he's a UFA after this year. And Grignani, the guy they picked up, who also was a good part of the trade we haven't really talked about.
Yeah.
This guy was an AHL of the year defenseman, courtesy of Pritz Seacon. He told me that earlier. And he put up 60 points in the American League. And he only gets paid $550,000, and he's an RFA after this year. So I don't know. I think it was a pretty good trade because we definitely won on the D-man. And the forwards yet to be seen. But the way I look at it, Hodgson, like you said before, he wasn't going anywhere.
He was a great player, but
he didn't have a
no room
chance
to grow. And now with Buffalo, I think you have a lot more room to grow.
And we're rooting for him to get that chance. And one day he'll be a top player.
He's still going to be one of my favorite players, even though he plays for one of my least favorite teams. Hodgson's a good kid.
Why do you hate Buffalo?
I'm not a huge fan. Never have.
And maybe he'll even get a captaincy there.
I would love to see that.
He's a good leadership player, and
I'd love to
one day he'll wear a C for the Sabres.
Definitely. Mike, I would like Mike to talk about some of our fans and what they've been saying around, because Facebook was a buzz today.
Oh,
seems
Facebook
like
was
everyone
wild.
likes the Canucks. It's awesome.
Especially on our Canucks forum page, we're up to 59 likes.
Yeah.
It was
Keep
buzzing.
going.
It was straight buzzing.
Tell your friends, tell your mom.
You have the paper, actually,
What's that, Mike?
with what people were saying.
Okay, here you go.
Okay. You have the other one, too.
Just talk loud, Mike.
The
Go.
little one, yeah.
Go ahead.
There you go.
Okay.
Tell 'em.
All right.
So Ian Rabine, our good friend, old teammate actually, and he's actually on the Master Batters baseball team as well. He says, hopefully Cassian is as good as the analysts say he is on TSN, and as we said, that's yet to be seen. Right?
Yeah.
Right. And our good friend also from down in Vancouver, Ramnik Rattenpal,
Ramnik!
he says, so the Canucks dump the one young affordable guy putting up points and hang on to the backup goalie we can't squeeze under the cap. Of course, talking about Schneider. And so what do you think about that? Obviously, Schneider's going to get traded eventually.
I'm glad we held on to him, though.
Well, we need him for the playoffs,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I
Especially
was
with the long
worried. I was worried.
No, hey, I'm just saying.
Guys, can
I'm
we
just
just quickly call a timeout?
Yes, time out.
Before we keep going, we're pushing our show recording pretty high here on numbers, so we're gonna draw the name for the winner of the hat.
Oh wow!
Are you guys ready for this? You guys have seen this Canucks hat, right?
Shake it up.
Everyone watching, this is the winner of the hat. Let's shake it up.
Do it.
One name fell out. Oh shit. Two names fell out. Okay, so close your eyes, Taylor, and pick a number.
All right.
Name. The winner of this Canucks hat, brand new. Taylor picked it up today.
Allison Wormel. Who's that?
I think that's Jeff Jenkins.
Allison Wormel, you have won a new Canucks hat. Allie!
Allison, I just met you. Congratulations.
Allison, I just met you. Oh, there it is. Allison Wormel. If you can see it for the fans there, you can not. Oh, you can kind of read that. Anyways, that's the winner of the Canucks hat. There'll be another draw sometime soon, guys. So we'd like to say thank you. We're shutting down for our recording broadcast, and we'll be back on Justin TV. All you viewers, stay there. Thank you. Good night. Let's see what happens with the trade. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Sorry, Allison. I just didn't recognize your last name.